President Putin has arrived in Tehran for talks with his Iranian and Azerbaijani counterparts. The meeting comes at a time of heightened tension around the world over Iran's nuclear program. RT's Ilya Petrenko reports from Tehran.
We know that the talks with the Iranian President Hassan Rouhani have begun. Still to come for Vladimir Putin is a meeting with Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Khamenei, and also trilateral talks with the president of Iran once again and the president of Azerbaijan. So let's talk about why this trip is very important. In the build-up to this visit, we've seen the administration of a different president across the Atlantic, Donald Trump, do so much to ruin the historic Iranian nuclear deal. In 2015, the international team of mediators, they have made so much effort. Years of negotiations resulted in Iran agreeing to scrap its nuclear program in exchange for the lifting of sanctions. Mr. Trump now, though, keeps saying how bad the deal is. Just last month, Washington sanctioned Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps, and yesterday, boom, a fresh round of expanded sanctions against the elite force. The U.S. president wants Congress to review the agreement and consider more sanctions against Iran. Of course, here in the Iranian capital, the officials are extremely unhappy with that kind of behavior.
Americans are sending messages to some countries in Eastern Asia saying, let's negotiate. Are they crazy to negotiate with you? You are openly trampling on talks that happened yesterday. You don't respect the negotiations signed and endorsed by the United Nations Security Council.
Russia, along with pretty much all international players besides the U.S. that brokered the deal, wanted to hold. For once, diplomacy worked. Why spoil it now? Vladimir Putin recently said that he will support the Iranian nuclear agreement anyway, even though it was negotiated with the previous U.S. administration, and as we all know, Russia had plenty of issues with it. It looks like Mr. Putin here in the Iranian capital will try and do his best to make sure that the world hears this message. The spokesperson for the Kremlin, Dmitry Peskov, has hinted that there will be a lot of discussion on the Syrian crisis and energy issues. That will include Iran's participation in the peace process, possibly Israel's concern over this when it comes to energy. That is, of course, Iran as part of the OPEC, non-OPEC oil production cut deal. So let's see if the presidents of Russia, Iran, and also Azerbaijan will have anything new to say about that when they come out to say a few words to the journalists here in the capital of Iran.
Well, earlier we discussed the Iran nuclear deal with Russia's Deputy Foreign Minister, Sergei Ryabkov. He thinks the current US leadership won't succeed in trying to renegotiate the agreement.
The demands which were set forth in the statement by President Trump some time ago are quite unrealistic ones. I think many in the US administration are of a wrong view that it would be possible to renegotiate, to add something to supplement the current deal with additions, addendums, annexes, whatever. In my view, it is purely and simply and flatly impossible because we have negotiated for 12 years. The Obama administration tested the ground in and out, and I think they concluded very purposely that we should look into the issue of the Iranian nuclear program as a standalone issue. We should not mix this with anything else. The Carter administration said once, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. That's my message to the United States, exactly the situation when this thing should be said now and again.